bags that I don't hear a lot of people talking about from Saint Laurent on social media anymore, whereas bags like the Lulu and the Nikki I feel like are definitely still very popular from Saint Laurent. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. So I had to kind of shut my window because I filmed this video but the sun was like right in my face and it looked really weird. So I just wanted to talk about bags that I feel like have lost popularity over the years, and I don't know whether they're going to have a resurgence of popularity in the future. You know, fashion is cyclical, so sometimes things come out of fashion and come back later. But let me know, guys, do you think that these bags have had their day, or are they classics in your eyes? So the first bag I want to talk about is the Chanel boy bag. This is a bag that now costs like about $10,000 Australian in the medium size, and probably one of the reasons why it's not as popular, or could be not as popular anymore, is because the price is so expensive. But you can still pick up the Chanel boy bag for really good deals on the pre-love market. You know, the Chanel boy bag was a super duper hyped bag when I started watching YouTube, you know, maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Around that time, a lot of other bags in this boxy silhouette were also popular, such as the Diorama from Dior and the Prada Kahia bag. These like book shaped bags I feel like aren't as popular as they once were, and I'm not sure why that is. It's like those bags that have got a chain and are really structured, yeah, but they're kind of like you can wear them in the day or the night. Yeah, for some reason, like, those bags aren't as relevant right now, and a lot of people are going for more of those relaxed casual styles. So the boy bag, although it has like a bit of an edgy twist to it, I feel like in 2023 it's not like the current look really, but you know, Chanel classify the boy bag as timeless and part of their permanent collection range, but I just feel like maybe this bag has lost popularity as time goes by and it actually keeps losing popularity. I think in the black and ruthenium and black and gold, it is a pretty, it is a very iconic Chanel bag, but a thing to note with the boy bag is that the wear and tear is not always the best if you get it in like a smooth leather. Sometimes the corners can get really worn out, and the inside of the bag, like a grosgrain material, but I've noticed that sometimes the top of the bag can get a bit sunken and the base can get sunken, and the wear and tear on these bags isn't as nice as comparing to like a Chanel classic or even like a mini. For some reason, the structure of these bags don't always hold up if you really wear these bags, and maybe that's why a lot of people are less inclined to invest in a boy bag compared to a classic flap, because in recent years a lot of people on social media have kind of been saying that the classic flap is the way to go and that's the classic style. But yeah, and the boy bag, it hasn't gone up as much in price in the store, and it's kind of, you know, doesn't hold value on the pre-love market either. So I think it's a combination of the silhouette isn't as relevant as it used to be. The wear and tear on the bag isn't always the best, and I guess given the current price point of Chanel, maybe it's not going to be as popular going forward. But you know, Chanel still are doing different variations of the boy bag. That I've seen them do like a curved one, like mini ones, micro ones, and I don't think it's a style that they're going to necessarily discontinue anytime soon, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe one day they delete it, because I don't know, guys, what do you think? Because I just feel like the boy bag, it used to be such a popular bag, but I see a lot less people talking about it. Maybe the boy bag will have its resurgence in another 10 years. I mean, probably, but yeah, let me know. Do you think this is a bag that will eventually fizzle out, and maybe Chanel may even discontinue it at some point? Maybe not, because it is very iconic. Next bag I want to talk about is the Saint Laurent Sunset and the Kate bag. So similar to the boy bag, they're very kind of like structured bags, and the Sunset bag again has that chain, that boxy look, but I feel like it was very popular maybe 2016, 2017, and now it's just a bag that I don't hear a lot of people on YouTube anyway talking about. Not to say it's a bad bag. Bags have a very like polished, glamorous look, and maybe they aren't as easy to style for day to day because they kind of look too dressy or glamorous. They're bags that I don't hear a lot of people talking about from Saint Laurent on social media anymore, whereas bags like the Lulu and the Nikki I feel like are definitely still very popular from Saint Laurent, and I think it's because they're softer, more casual and easy to wear bags. And the Sunset and the Kate, they're very structured and like rigid, so they're just not as easy to grab and go than these softer styles. So I think for Saint Laurent, those more soft casual looks at the moment, they probably have more longevity because they're more practical than the Sunset and the Kate. Do you think that the Sunset and the Kate are bags that Saint Laurent will continue to produce in like 10 years, or do you think eventually they will get fizzled out, you know, like other Saint Laurent styles that have come about, you know, in the past? Next, I wanted to talk about the Palm Springs mini backpack. This was a style that was like super popular a few years ago as well, and again, like similar to Chanel, Louis Vuitton has gone up a lot in price, and the Palm Springs mini backpack costs a lot more than it used to. But I do notice a lot less people talking about this bag on social media. However, I do feel like although the look of this mini backpack kind of silhouette was very popular at one point, you know, you saw a lot of brands copying this style like MCM, and I think I even saw like a Dior bag that was similar. I don't know. A lot of brands were doing this like little mini backpack look with the strap. And I feel like the thing that started off that trend was definitely Louis Vuitton with the Palm Springs Mini. I think this is a silhouette, honestly, that you do kind of associate it with a few years ago, but I still think it's kind of classic, especially because like recently I noticed on the Louis Vuitton runway, there was a Palm Springs backpack in a bigger size. So maybe the mini backpack trend isn't as relevant right now. Maybe it's more those big slouchy backpacks, but yeah, I feel like even though it's not as popular, maybe as it, or not as hyped as it once was, because like, you know, you used to walk into Louis Vuitton and it used to be very hard to get a Palm Springs mini backpack. Like there was a massive wait list, but now it's like very easy to get. I feel like even though it's easy to get now, it's still a pretty classic style. So I wouldn't say don't buy it because it's so dated. Like I would say buy it if you love it. I think it's actually very practical, and it's something that I think would have more longevity comparing to like a boy bag or a Sunset bag, because they're a little bit more rigid and less user-friendly. Whereas a Palm Springs backpack, I feel like it could be a really nice daily companion. So yeah, although it's not as popular as it used to be, I still think it could have another wave of popularity at some point, if you ask me. Lastly, I wanted to talk about Givenchy as a brand. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like there's been many hyped Givenchy bags in general, like ever. Like probably just like the Antigona, that Pandora bag. Recently they've released a lot of like hobo styles, but I haven't seen them a lot on my social media, so maybe Givenchy are just not that good at marketing or something, because I don't know, I just don't see a lot of Givenchy bags spoken about as much as there used to be. And particularly the Antigona was like one of those like dream bags that a lot of people used to buy when I started watching YouTube anyway, and it's still a bag that Givenchy have. You know, they've released a softer version, and yeah, I think it's a real core piece in their handbag range, but I feel like it has lost popularity in recent years, even though the price point is actually pretty good comparing to the other designer brands. So I wonder if it's just lost popularity because Givenchy as a brand hasn't been as strong as, say, Louis Vuitton and Chanel. Well, they've never have been on that kind of same positioning in luxury, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe Givenchy, they need to release a bag that is as good as the Antigona, because it's a bag that, although it's like very popular still, I'd say it's not as popular as it used to be, but I would still say it's pretty classic. So even if you do buy it today, I still think that you won't look dated wearing it, because it is literally like the most classic bag that they have. But yeah, it's just for some reason lost a lot of popularity, and I think it's because Givenchy as a brand haven't kept up with its relevancy compared to like the other brands. I don't know, guys. Anyways, I just wanted to blab on about my thoughts on those bags today. Bit of a random video. I don't really know what my point was to that video, but anyways, I just like talking about handbags. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!